Oh, look at you go. Oh, go, don't go in there.
Oh, not much water, is it, mate?
Easily broke. Oh, big toga. That's it. Your history. We got like that. Oh, the swirl is on. Oh, there it is. Look for the walk back. Look for the walk back. There it is. First hit. Get the first hit. Today we're doing some land-based fishing up on Cape York. We're in the freshwater part of the river, but I'm with 3 other guys that are really experienced fishermen. Jason Metcalf's a bit of a celebrity. He's always on the AFN fishing show with Nigel Webster, or he's with Guesty or ET or somebody like that fishing all the time. The other 2 guys, Troy used to live and work in Northern Territory. He's done heaps of barra fishing, and Steve lives in Cairns, also a really experienced fisherman. Look, there's probably 150 to 200 years of fishing experience between the 4 of us. What makes them come up to Cape York every year and walk through crocodile-infested rivers with me, chasing saratoga, barramundi and stuff like that? Look, you learn a lot from these guys, especially on surfers lures, so let's go and have a fish with them. He's on the lure, but the line is through that fucking.
You gotta come up here then.
Oh, whoa. What a nice fish. Did you do that again? Dude. Oh, Troy, can you jump in that water and get him? Maybe not. Oh, wow. He has swallowed that. Might be coming your way, Troy. Oh, what a donkey.
Not the doggo.
Don't really work that well on sharpest set of teeth. Oh man, that will bring a smile to anyone's face. Beautiful Saratoga. I'll have a look down the throat. Completely swallowed that surface pop. I thought that was afternoon tea. Thank you, my friend. You are a beautiful specimen of a fish.
Clear an airway. There's a hook on the surface in the background there.
Now my finger's close to another treble. If you could not drive it into my finger, that'd be great. Woo! Beautiful. That's what he ate. He thought that was a beautiful.
That's what you call it on there.
Steve. Well, thanks for your help, Mark. So, anybody? Anyone see when that lure went? Have a look at this little bad boy. So last night, Troy and I were walking the edges here, carefully making sure there was no snapping handbags. Come and have a look at us. And we were actually catching frogs. And that there is a dead representation. Now this thing's an old Berkeley Frenzy popper frog, which I don't think you can get anymore. I don't even know. I don't think I've actually ever thrown it. But when the best and most exciting thing about when you're coming up north is rifling through all your gear and going, oh, we're going to be on a Cape York freshwater river. What have I got in my little collection? And I saw that and I thought, that's going to catch me a toga. It's going to catch me a barra. So after seeing the frogs last night, this bad boy's going on.
Very terrestrial insects flying around, so we're going to go cicada, do a bit of walking across the surface, see if we can get some surface stimulation. Oh, look at you go.
Toga too.
There you go. Yeah. We talked about in the past, Wardy, about simulation and stimulation.
I'm stimulated.
You're stimulated?
Yeah, very stimulated.
I would say that that particular toga thought exactly that was a cicada or a bug.
Yep.
So we would call that simulation.
We had a look last night, didn't we?
Yeah. Oh, he's on it again! Is it the new story retreat that run backwards?
You've got the room.
Oh, get out of there! Oh, it's a
Sooty.
Oh, nice. Lad. 20-year-old prop rod. I've got to tell you, that thing swallowed. I pulled out, it came back and had another crack. Could have been a mate.
Come on, boys. Hang on.
Hat flew off nearly.
Oh, it wasn't for all you fat bastards in the boat. I don't have any trouble when I'm by myself.
Is that the surfboards?
I'm moving.
Yeah, we're flying.
One of the things, Wardy, as you get a bit older, you have to start working out how to be a problem solver.
Improvise, mate.
Improvise, adapt and overcome.
Oh yeah,
i.e. thongs as paddles when there's big 4 units in a little tiny tub with a little electric motor, and we're like, I think I can.
We're in the middle of the Wenlock River, and
Literally in the middle of the...
to our left is a reasonably large croc slide.
Yes.
How do you feel about that?
Well, considering that you're between me and it, I feel somewhat safer.
I suppose. Who's the idiot? That'd be me. We've known each other for a long time, and I remember with the sun going down, chest deep water in the Wenlock, a lot further downstream than this,
Yes.
pushing boats over log jams. And
Yeah, we managed to
how did you
survive
feel
that.
about when you viewed it back?
I, a bit like my wife, I viewed her
Yeah.
back and she said, "You're a bloody idiot." And I went, "You know what, you're right, but geez, at the time, the adrenaline and the fun."
I'm going to say that. Right now, we're having a ball and we
Right.
can't help ourselves.
No.
But when we watch this video back, we're idiots.
Yeah, life's about a little bit of risk, you know, educated risk. We know, like if we were going to look back at this and go, we've just come up here, it's crystal clear. We're going to see anything that comes from any direction except for the dark hole just 2 meters behind us. I mean, and what could possibly come out of that dark hole 2 meters behind us?
Well, we put enough lures in there so we know there's not a fish. So, Willie,
Yes, Wardy.
what makes you come up to Cape York to fish with 3 lunatics like us, and standing in the middle of a crocodile-infested river, throwing lures for toga and barra?
Because where else can you do it?
Exactly. Where else can you do it?
Yeah. And the chance to fish somewhere different, somewhere new. We've come up here this year and we've basically fished a couple of places we've never fished before. This place being one of them.
You're from Cairns, so you fish Tully and Innisfail and around Cairns a fair bit.
Mm-hmm.
How different is this place to Cairns? It's only 800 k's away.
That's right. And it all comes down to population base. The fishing here is just that much better.
It's untouched, isn't it?
Mm.
Yeah.
You're not too worried about the crocs, mate?
No, I think they like that kind of meat, not this meat.
I think
They don't like the bony, sinewy stuff.
you're a Northern Territory lad anyway, aren't you? So
Yeah, yeah.
not new to crocs.
I've wrestled with leather handbags before. And they don't really worry me. You just go golf.
Do you ever?
I wouldn't come here if there was no Crocs.
Do you ever look back on videos like this and think, I was a bit stupid walking through there?
Yeah, but then, you know,
At the time.
you think, what a top idea.
And that's it. And you know what? I've spoken to all three of these boys, and me included, and we all say the same thing. Look back and go, that wasn't really right.
No.
But right now, you and I are standing in the middle of the Wenlock River, and we're having a ball, aren't we?
Unreal. Just a pleasure to be here. Yeah.
You're on the champion. He's mad, that bastard.
Here he comes, here he comes. Stop, stop. Oh,
Got him.
Steve's got him. That's what we're talking about, Steve. That's a crack. How did you get that out of there?
This could be very interesting for Willie. This birthday ward. We're going to do a SWOT analysis about here. Oh, it's all over, mate. I can see the popper on the tree. It's always nice when the special kids get to catch a fish when they're out with the adults. Railed! Oh, he's railed him. Don't worry about it, just walking down the middle of the Wenlock River. Nice. Yeah, beautiful fish. Yeah, 4 or 5 of his mates in there, sitting in there. How much fun's this, Wardy? It's the most fun you can have with your clothes on.
Oh, clothes have been off a couple of times this weekend.
Yeah, I know. What's been seen can never be unseen, Wardy. This is magic.
You know what's nice about it? No backyard.
You bugger. What are you fishing for?
Well,
You're supposed to be filming.
Because fucking someone loses their togas in the snags.
That's only because someone can't drive a boat worth of shit.
Oh, I'm supposed to be filming these blokes, but if you want to land a toga, you got to do it yourself.
It's a tough job, but Wardy's got to do it. What a beautiful fish, Wardy.
Aren't they beautiful? I just love when they're crackers, aren't they?
Oh, just get this one first.
Ooh, fish behind me. Better let him go.
No, you should have held it for a compare.
One of the things that you find when you fish with a really good bunch of mates, like that are very competitive, there's this real first in, best rest. So, but we are good mates and we're happy to share the glory as long as I get the first fish. That's kind of how it works. And it's what we have found, due to the excellent guidance of local guide Mark, the Cape York fishing guide Weeper, Wardy, is he's pointing us in the right direction. The river's going to deliver food into here. We've got a little back eddy, so anything that gets washed in around there is going to swirl in that corner. So the sooties and the toga, they're out of the current, so they're not working hard. So they get out of the current, so they're not burning too much energy, and they can duck out, grab whatever's going past, eat it. And a lot of the times, which is really good, which we're going to watch him do, is get railed because they just come out and go straight back in. So I'm going to watch Troisy. Come on, Troisy, let's get the first railing over and done with. Because this is going to be fun, because we're only fishing light. Troy's got the technique where he just hangs onto the spool and walks backwards once he's hooked up. Oh, the swirl is on. Oh,
That is
there
on.
it is. Look for the walk back. Look for the walk back. There it is. Oh, nice toga.
Look at that.
Little toga.
Aren't they beautiful?
So as you see, Jason wasn't the first in and didn't get the first fish.
Jason does share the fish. He's not as bad as he sounds, but I just need to point out I'm actually not a fishing guide. I'm just one of these blokes' mates. So don't come to Weeper looking for me as a fishing guide. But this is my backyard and I've fished this Wenlock for years and years and I love it. So it's good to get these boys up here catching a few fish.
Just a little tiger, mate. Oh, hey. Aerial tiger. Tap that out, Wardy. So fine.
Mate, is that a purple Berkeley frenzy topper? Standard hooks and all, with even little feathers on the end?
Look at the fins of that one.
Oh, Berkeley Gulp.
Barra. Coming out. Good night.
That's what we're here for. Well, actually, we're chasing togas really, but can't complain with a nice barrel like that, can you?
Troy's gone in. We call him Backdoor Troy for a reason. He's gone in the back of the snag and he's launched. What he's done, he's been a bit sneaky. But I tell you what, have a look at this barra. That was one of the things that we wanted to do.
Yeah.
How good is that? Oh, what a fish. That would be more than legal, my friend.
Yeah.
That is a cracker.
Pump me too.
Oh. And that's just on a prawn imitation?
Yeah.
Oh! Go! Don't go in there! Oh, it's lucky. Look at this guy. This thing is a donkey. Oh. Watch the gill rake. You've just got that right over there. I'll give you this to Willie. Yes! A bit bigger than 60.
Yeah, he's a 78 already.
Nice. Wow.
Oh, he doesn't do anything on the takeoff.
Swimming straight back out to his snag.
Bastard took me prawn.
Looks like Jason's in waist deep water, but he's in probably water about 10 centimetres deep, which is like quicksand. The boys have gone further up and they're gone walking. I started following them for a little bit. I'll let them have a fish a bit further up. We've had a really good morning, but there's a few snags just further up in the boat. But while I got the boat to myself, I'll go on hammer and see if we can get a few more fish. Not sure what I got here, a little sooty or something like that, but no. I've got, now I forget what Steve called these, but I've never caught one of these before. And they're a type of sooty. He called them a something sooty. And the colours on these things are amazing. Just have a look at that. And they're usually a lot smaller than this. This is a really big one. There's been a lot of them on the banks that are, you know, a quarter of this size. Wow, what a gorgeous fish. And the first time I ever caught one, so that's pretty exciting. while the other three boys are out having a fish, I'm going to get some dinner ready, and I'm going to do one of the easiest camp oven recipes ever, and it's roast chicken and roast veggies. Now, today I've just got chicken legs, and we're going to cook sweet potato and potato with it. So it's a bit of a carb fest with some chicken legs. You need yourself a plate for the bottom of your camp oven just to elevate the chicken legs off the bottom of the camp oven. Make sure the camp oven's well seasoned and all ready to go. And then we're going to throw our chicken legs on there. Dump all them in, just keep the plastic out. And separate them all up and throw them all in. And that's enough chicken legs for 4 blokes. And what we're going to do is put small potatoes and small sweet potatoes in there as well, because I'm only going to cook this for an hour. It'll take 50 minutes, but generally I'll cook it for an hour. But 50 minutes is enough. And just randomly throw 1 potato each for the boys, maybe. Oh, that'll do it. And then with these sweet potatoes, these long ones, we can just crack in half. Don't have to worry about cutting them, doing anything fancy. All the veggies will cook in the juices of the chicken, so they come out really nice. One thing I do, but you don't really have to if you're a bit careful about how much salt you have, but I salt them up really good. Nice fresh cracked pepper. And you know what? That's it. All the fat will come out of those chicken legs and go into those veggies. And now all we have to do is the important bit, put some really, really hot coals on it. I've been preparing the coals for a couple of hours. You've got to get really good wood, and you've got to build a really good fire and get plenty of coals. And I'll show you what really good coals look like. So this is what really good coals look like. I'll just move these couple of bits away. And those coals have been brewing for a few hours. And they are crackerjacks. So what I'm going to do is this is a coal bed we made last night. So I'm going to put a heap of coals on the bottom. Okay, so the camp oven goes on top of all those hot coals. And now I've got to get some coals on top of the camp oven and just build up around the sides a little bit. So back to my bed of coals. There is a such a thing as getting the camp oven a little bit too hot, so I'm not going to build up the sides too much, but in about 5 minutes I should be able to hear just a crackling and a slight hiss coming out of that camp oven with that chicken and the veggies cooking in there, and that is perfect. Alright, we've had our chicken in the camp oven for an hour. Get these coals off it. How's that look, Willie?
Looking pretty good.
I'll stick a fork in them and make sure they're perfect and serve up. Oh, the spuds are perfect. Sweet potatoes perfect. And just make sure we've got nice white, no blood coming out of that.
Oh, it's falling apart, Wardy.
Perfect.
Beautiful. Oh yeah. Like that. Woo!
That's
delicate, like a flower, Wardy.
It's very disappointing. Yeah. It is your best angle, I'll give you that. So these bozos can't catch any fish this morning because they've flogged it to death, this little section in front of where we're camping. So what's the plan, boys?
Well, Wardy, we've decided that... what are you beeping about? Have you got reception? I just unlocked my car. Which is about...
Which is in Cairns. 800 k's away.
800 k's away.
So I've decided, the brainstorming, this is pretty much our last day in Weeper. So instead of fishing for fish that have been pinned and spooked, we're going to go and pack up camp. We're going to try a little sneaky afternoon session somewhere.
So we're still trying to fish the Wenlock. We come down another track to fish a different section because we literally found we fished that first section we were in and we weren't getting any more fish, but we've come across a bit of a problem right here. And we're not going to get across this dry creek, but there is a billabong on each side, so 2 billabongs. And we're about a 2 kilometre hike into the river. So we're going to flick the billabongs first and then decide whether we're going to hike into the river.
Old broom fisherman from way back.
Oh, I got a hit too.
There you go. There's little tigers in here. Little barras. No, there is tigers in there. Barra in there too.
Cold grunter. Oh, nice. Yeah, how good's that? The cicada.
The cicada. And look at these disciples following it blindly into the river.
Oh, Steve. Ooh, give us a look at that.
Look at that.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, frog. Nice.
Look at his tail.
He's got a munted tail, hasn't he?
Yeah,
Something's
crazy.
been chewed on his tail.
Didn't seem to slow him down much.
No.
Steve's just got a real big one. This is just a little fella, but look at those fish. They are amazing. I know I keep saying it, but doesn't matter how big or small, they're a great fish. So this big or a couple of tigers, Steve?
Oh, yeah, I know.
Yeah. 2 hooks up the front are not doing too well, are they?
That's right, all the way, all the way home.
I'll tell you what, worth the walk in. Found a beautiful billabong and there's further up, so something I might need to explore another day.
That's right. It's in your backyard.
In my backyard. Time to head home.
That's it.